Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to Zen Tarot. My name's Julie. I'm going to do a reading for you, Capricorn, for the first half of February 2024. Let's get right into it, Capricorn. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. If you'd like a personal reading, I am open for those. My email address is in the description box below. Just send me an email. We can talk about that. And just a reminder, this is a general tarot card reading for the sign of Capricorn. Anywhere in your chart, or if you're just checking in on a Capricorn, all are welcome here. It just might not resonate with everyone. Excuse me, but welcome Capricorn. What's going on, Spirit? Can we get some messages for the sign of Capricorn? I'm feeling very excited about this, Capricorn. What's going on with you? Let's see, a moon oracle card. A time for healing, the balsamic moon. Okay, all right. So it's time to take that deep breath, get some healing in, take care of yourself, and have faith in your dreams. The waxing crescent moon. Look at all these purples coming through, and a new start is coming. The new moon is catching my eye here. So yeah, the crown chakra lighting up here. So a new awareness coming in, or a new understanding coming in after some healing here. Let's see, a time for healing. What kind of animal spirit guide is up in the ether for the sign of Capricorn? Spirit, tell me about Capricorn. I see the bat. Yeah, look at this, learning some kind of new sense or bringing in some kind of new ability here. What's that all about? What's that all about? What other spirit animal guide up in the ether? The fox. Look at this. You've been studying for this. You've been learning about something. You went really, really deep with something. It caught your eye, caught your attention, and you wanted to be smart about it. So maybe a different career change or a different, some kind of different belief coming in, and then you learning everything you can about it, not being in the dark with it, not knowing what you're talking about. You have to know what you're talking about. Beautiful, beautiful. And the snake, look at this. Definitely a shedding of some kind of idea or some kind of belief. Maybe a programming, some kind of programming that you grew up with, the way to believe, and now you're shedding that. You're letting go of that. Lizard, too. Definitely a shedding happening. You're changing lanes, changing beliefs here, changing ideas here, letting spirit in, too. There's this open door with you, just this real open vessel for spirit. I love this. What kind of Zen Tarot card is up in the ether? Projections. Wow. And beyond illusion. Look at this. You are going really deep with your meditation. Just kind of floaty feeling about you when you're meditating. You're really astral projecting, visiting different situations, visiting different people here, but projections happening, a back and forth happening here. So maybe that's why you're escaping. You're finding some kind of means of escape here to bring in that healing. But your third eye is opening up. You're really telepathic, very psychic, bringing in the energies here, summoning the angels here for transformation. You're looking to go beyond something. You're looking to not be that projection, not be that mirror anymore, just shattering that mirror of whoever is trying to project upon you here. Looking for harmony. Look at this with the third eye chakra and the heart chakra really coming together. It's like your heart and your mind are finally merging, bringing you peace, bringing you joy, happiness here, understanding here. With inner voice, look how beautiful, beautiful this transformation is with beyond illusion and inner voice. Wow, you've had some kind of vision. You've had some kind of sign you cannot ignore. It's opened up this third eye. It's just, you're blinking out the sleep from it, and you can see very, very clearly now. There's no boundaries with what you are seeing now. Absolutely beautiful. My God, Capricorn, what is this all about? Meditation has brought you there. Meditation, going deep, letting yourself go, not putting those restrictions, having those thoughts just kind of creep in. If they do, you're just letting them go. You're just moving it on, just moving it out of the way like it's a cloud moving on, because you've got bigger and better things to do here with your meditation time than to have those fears pop in or to have those projections pop in. What are you thinking about right now? What is on your mind? Spirit, tell me what's on Capricorn's mind right now. What is Capricorn thinking about? Oh my God, look at this with the Magician. You're creating this new kind of magic for yourself. I think that's why I saw the unicorn popping up. You're seeing some kind of new way to believe, a new way to go here, a new portal to jump through here. What we think about comes about is the magician's law, law number one, law of attraction. What we think about comes about. So you're shifting your idea of what the future could look like. You're shifting your idea of what your relationships could look like. You're really opening up to any possibility, to not put restrictions on what could happen, or taking the next level in your mind space, just jumping circumstances here, jumping experiences here to get to the destination. You're forgetting about the journey here. So now it's all about the journey. Wow, wow, wow. Really, really intense focus on a new beginning here and shedding some kind of idea or belief. What's that all about? What's that all about? Why is the magician here in the mind space? Because you've been up in your head. You have been very, very much back and forth, this mirror again. You've had a mirror. You've had this kind of help, assistance from someone in your life who has been very difficult, to navigate, because they are showing you the darker sides, showing you how low you can get, how bad you can feel here. There's just this back and forth, this hammering down. And that is the escape you needed. That's exactly what you needed to fight for this change, to believe in something different, because that felt so bad. It felt so bad to be backed up in that corner, being questioned like that, being challenged. You were challenged by some kind of energy here. Well, what is the challenge in the mind space for Capricorn? What's the challenge? The moon. Wow, look at this. So cloudy, so confusing, so dark here. You've been through something, Capricorn. You've been through this very, very intense transformation in your mind space. So new beliefs absolutely popping up, things getting blown out of proportion that you've had to tamper down. They've had to understand, okay, that was just an opinion. That was just a story. That was just a moral story or something like this. You're really coming into an understanding where you're finding balance. You're not angry that the information was wrong. You're happy that when we know better, we do better. So you're happy that you've gained this understanding, even if that means changing lanes, even if that means jumping ship from one belief into another, because it's expansion. That's what expansion's about. So you're just letting it go. You're letting it be. You're moving into a new experience without the anger or resentment that some other experience back here held you back too long. You're understanding it was all for purpose here. I had to go that route. I had to go into that darkness to see the light, to gain the understanding, to see the bigger picture, the broader perspective here. Had to have that mirror. Interesting. All right, future thought for Capricorn. What's the future thought? Future thought. Look at this with the 9 of Swords. You are going back. You're going back to see how you got here. There's a little bit of resentment, a little bit of, I wasted too much time, or I can't believe I thought that, or I can't believe I believed that. There's just this moment of insecurity because you're not trusting yourself. You're not believing that you have the ability to make wise decisions when you realize that something you believed was not true. But that's all part of expansion. That's how the world works. That's how we work. When we know better, we do better. So there was this understanding that had to come in, this clarity that had to come in for you to rise, for you to grow, for you to not feel the same restrictions that you felt in the past here. So that blindfold is coming off. You're coming out of your own head here. But right now you're just feeling like, oh God, why didn't I see it? So you're just really beating yourself up for not seeing something. With the bad up here too, I can tell that there was something that was really right in front of you, but you didn't see. That's because you were programmed, really. I hate that word because none of us can really be programmed, but we're all influenced. We've all had caregivers. We've all had people raising us with their beliefs, with what they thought was right. So that is kind of a programming, right? So you're just coming into this understanding. It's just like you're not understanding why you had to spend time on that or why you had to spend energy on that. And it is a blessing in disguise. It was a blessing in disguise. You broke free from that cage that belief put you in here. So it was just needed. It was just needed. Spirit, what's your advice? What's your advice? What is your advice in the mind space for Capricorn? 5 of Pentacles. Wow, look at this. Look at this. It's just this feeling of loss, this feeling of I was duped, I was tricked, that's not fair. There was this imbalance that came in. Capricorn, you're going to look back at this as the blessing in disguise that it is. As painful as it is, as painful as these understandings are, that we don't have control, that we can't control the externals. As soon as we really, really come into an understanding that everybody has their own free will, everybody is on this journey to learn as much as they can to really rise up out of the next, into the next level, into the next transformation here. But you're feeling very, very left out, very much tricked, or that there was just no key, there was no way out, that you just really had no choice, and that was the case. Spirit, can you give me any more about that? Can you give me any more about this journey Capricorn's been on? Let it go. Let it go. Look at this with Temperance and the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Cups coming in. It is time to let the disappointments go. It is what it is. You have to really come into this understanding that it was all for purpose, that one thing couldn't have happened without the other. So it's just really this eureka. I thought a card had flipped, but no. It's just this eureka of, I have to let that go. This is up to me. It's not up to anyone else here. So you're letting go of the grief, letting go of the sorrow here, moving into the next cycle. You've got your back to something. You can't see some kind of balance coming to you. Not yet, not right now. But as we move through February, you're going to get this clarity, this understanding. It's like one belief at a time here to rebuild. You need a new foundation here. You need a new set of rules here, and you don't know what those rules are yet, because this is a new game for you. This is all new for you. So yeah, now you're on the other side of that. You're learning about this. You're learning about this new way to believe here. But you're still having a hard time understanding that that belief system has to go. It's just the shattering of some kind of belief system with you. What's in the heart space right now? Page of Wands. I like that. You're getting your fire back, getting your groove back here. You're falling into a new groove here about this new beginning and this new belief system that you have. Yes, look at this with the 10 of Cups in the heart space. That rainbow coming in, that new world coming in, that new way of seeing things coming in, new belief system coming in. Oh, it's just a whole new set of rules, and it rids your mind of the grief. Look at this with the wish come true on the bottom of the deck, the 9 of Cups. Yes, yes, really heart fulfillment coming into you. All you got to do is let go. You just got to let go. You got to let go of any impressions that have put on you, any energy that doesn't belong to you. And this thought that, maybe you can't change the world, or you can't save the world. I think that's probably more like it, but there's so many other things you can do here. There's so many other beliefs that you can have here that are on the other side of fear. So these were all fears that were impressed upon you, Capricorn, that you're moving away from, that you're walking away from. One belief at a time, one step at a time, just the next logical step out of the grief. What's the challenge in the heart space for Capricorn? What's the challenge? Starting over with the World, the Emperor. Look at this. Maybe there is some kind of narcissistic energy around you that has made you feel small, or made you feel inferior, or not good enough here. 7 of Pentacles, you've been very focused on the job at hand. So while someone was maybe impressing upon you their power or their control over you, you were focused on something else. You were building some kind of new foundation, some kind of planting of a new seed here, a new way it could be, and breaking free from those chains and restrictions here. God, this is glorious. This is glorious, because look at how that distraction grew into the real thing here. It's like you were just doing something to bide your time, to wait for something to change here, and that seed took root. You didn't plan on that. You didn't plan on that seed growing into this abundance, into this beautiful new career or beautiful new relationship here. And it's absolutely new, because the World is the last card in the major arcana, moving on from the lesson of grief, from the lesson of trust, from the lesson of sorrow here. Just really, really moving on, and using the distraction to guide you. And then the distraction grows into something so beautiful. It's just like life is what happens while we're busy planning for it. You were planning for peace. You were planning for harmony. You used something to ease your mind, something with your hands here, perhaps. And that grew into something so much bigger that this grief and this upset pushed you to. Beautiful. God, is that beautiful? Change of heart. change of belief system now of that maybe you're not good enough or you're not worthy here. That just completely dissipating now, walking into your worthiness, walking into your truth, and letting that darkness go. Wow, what's in the foundation of this? What is this all about for Capricorn? What is this all about, Spirit? The Four of Wands, a celebration of it, and the Lovers. Wow, look at this major arcana. My God. Very, very intense relationship. There was some kind of soulmate energy, some kind of twin flame energy. Those twin flame energies, God, they can be so difficult because you're really, really just projecting at each other this distraction of all of the stuff that really matters at each other. You're just really showing each other how dark we can get or how low we can go or how bad it can get, just projecting these fears at the other here, not understanding that in the interim, you're really growing each other. You're really preparing each other. So when the world comes at us, and it will, and circumstances will come at us, you two are so prepared because you've already projected all of these things that could go wrong. You've projected the worst in each other or how bad we can get here. So you're moving into the other side of this twin flame energy after a separation. There's usually a separation period. Even if you don't physically separate, you sever the cord. You have to gain this independence, to gain this worthiness, your own unique connection to source. And then when you come back together, there's celebration, there's victory here because you know each other's very, very dark side and you love each other anyway. You stuck through something, you got through something, you didn't walk away like it's so easy to do. It's so easy to walk away from a very, very toxic relationship. And you should. There's no reason to stay in a toxic relationship, but there are lessons that are learned in that period that you do stay. So those lessons were absolutely needed for after the separation period. So we're going to look more at that. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about the celebration of these twin flames. What is that all about? Is there a coming back together, or are they in separation time right now? The wheel, look at this. Look at this. You're not the same. You're not the same two people. You're not the same two energies that were projecting the fears at each other. Now you're projecting the what ifs, the what it could be, what it should be here. So this is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's time. It's time for this relationship to heal. It's time for this relationship to fizzle out on the anger, fizzle out on the hostility and the horror that how low we can go here, and to infuse it with forgiveness, infuse it with the love that it deserves now, infuse it with the other side of that animosity and that life's purpose kind of going at it here, this fighting for arguing for your own limitations, but using each other as a mirror to do so here. This is glorious. This is a coming back together, a reuniting of some twin flame energy after a period of separation where it was dark. It was dark. It was really, really hard. These relationships push us to our brink. But you are beyond it. You're coming back together. You have these new understandings. You're changing the way that you feel about each other. You're changing the way that you feel about soulmate relationships here. And you're removing the romanticizing that you had done in the past with it. There's always a runner and a chaser in these relationships. It looks like, you've been on each side of that. There was a period of time where you were the chaser, and there was a period of time where you were the runner, and vice versa with them. And now it's just this tampering down with the Sagittarius energy coming into the mind space for Spirit's advice. There's this balancing out that, you know what, we're taking responsibility for how we each feel. We're not putting that on the other's shoulders any longer. You are not responsible for the way that I feel. So you're taking control over that. Each of you are. You're removing that responsibility. And it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like, oh my God. This person doesn't care what I do. They're just going to love me anyway because they know me. They know me inside and out. It's like you ripped each other inside and out. You've exposed all the innards to each other. And now you're putting yourself back together. You're finding that healing. You're finding that forgiveness. And this is a power couple in the making here. Absolutely beautiful. Future situation for Capricorn. Future situation for Capricorn for this beautiful relationship, Spirit. Tell me about this beautiful, beautiful soulmate twin flame relationship. Ace of Swords, look at that. As soon as you focused on you, that's exactly how these relationships work. You have to focus on you. You have to get your own spiritual guidance system back because it's been skewed. It's been seen through someone else's eyes here of what you are, who you believe, who you are, or what you believe in here. So that's kind of skewed your compass. It's kind of skewed your guidance system here. So you had to go off and you had to really, really learn who you are without the other. That's the road of independence that you both had to take. Both of you had to get out there and experience other things. You had to experience other situations to merge those dark and the light, really come into understanding about each other and the human psyche of those relationships, really how to balance that out, how to get into the psychology of them. You had to really go deep. That's why your meditation goes so deep, Capricorn, because you're really into the psychology of it. And now that you're both into the psychology of it, you're looking at it much, much more broadly. You've gone general. You've removed the details of the relationship, those little minor things, and now it's just this massive healing coming to your heart space about relationships and about how you need to have the other side of that to really get to know each other, to really understand what we're doing here, this dance that we've been doing for a while here. Sevens are all about the spiritual journey, the 7-year cycle. You've been in this 7-year cycle of fighting this and trying to heal while the hurts were still coming, while the traumas were still coming at you. So it was very difficult to heal while you were in the midst of it, while you were in the dark here. It's just, I'm picturing, why does he come to me all the time, Al Pacino? I'm in the dark here. Like you just can't see. You just can't see. I don't know why I'm channeling Al Pacino all the time. All right, so moving on, a moving out, a changing of the beliefs, a changing of the guards here, coming back together, an understanding of why this relationship pushed you to that brink so that you could get on this spiritual journey with the sevens. You could get on this what's that, pray, eat, love, pray here, eat, pray, love here kind of journey to find yourself, to find what you believe. What do I believe without this interference, without this someone telling me what I believe here? So you had to go on this kind of inner quest, happened through meditation, that you really, really pulled in your higher self, your perspective. You're speaking profoundly from your perspective here and not through someone else's eyes, not through someone else's perspective of who they think you are or who you've grown into here. We all grow, we all change here. So this person is allowing change and you're allowing them to change here. There's this understanding that the only constant is change. And so when this person's screaming at you, you've changed, you're just accepting that. You're just accepting that. You're just looking right back at him and saying, I have, and so have you. Thank God. Thank God. All right, let's take a look at this new beginning that you are manifesting with the Magician. What we think about comes about. What is Capricorn thinking about? Queen of Pentacles, gaining your own financial independence, not having to count on anyone for support here, or fearing that something will happen to that financial source because it's not you bringing it in. It's not you manifesting it here. So it was probably this feeling of you couldn't do it on your own. So there was a community partnership happening here where you were both contributing maybe, and you don't know how you're going to do that on your own. And Spirit is saying it's only on your own that you can do that. You can do that because now you're free to bring in the money. You're free to bring in the resources without the worry of this other judging that or critiquing you on how you did that. So there's this feeling of freedom that you got to be you. I got to be me. I got to be me. You go be you. I'm going to be me. And then one day, if we can reconnect, that's beautiful. That's great. That will be very, very powerful. But right now, I got to focus on me. God, that's beautiful, Capricorn. So beautiful. Just a shift of focus to you and your heart space and how you're feeling and how you're thinking about this. Brings you up from that depth. It feels like you were drowning. Why was Capricorn drowning? What was Capricorn drowning in those thoughts? What were they drowning in? Two of Pentacles, just on the fence. Should I stay or should I go? This doesn't feel healthy, yet I have this pulling to this person. I was guided to this person. Why is that? Why am I here? just really back and forth, back and forth. But it's a soulmate journey. It's a twin flame journey. And the other person has that same pull to you. We understand who our soulmates are on a way deeper level than our mind space here. Our mind gets in the way. Our thoughts get in the way here. A lot of trickery, a lot of feeling of deception here, a lot of feeling that you didn't know all the facts here, and vice versa. They felt the same way. And that's why you were projecting these fears on each other, these insecurities on each other. That's what that was about. Let me see those insecurities and fears that you were projecting. Death. Oh my God. Look at this, Capricorn. Yes, yes, yes. Forgiveness, forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for feeling insecure or jealous or not worthy, not good enough here. Just finding this absolute forgiveness in yourself. My God, do I love this. I love this. You are changing everything about yourself, and you're removing the guilt or the tie there. You're just severing this tie to this twin flame energy to get the peace you deserve, to get the harmony you deserve. Wow, you've learned a lot. You've really transformed your mind here. You've moved out of the insecurities. You can't make me feel a certain way anymore. Just really taking a stand now. Standing up and taking control of your thoughts. You can't make me feel this way anymore. You can't make me think this way anymore. I'm on my own here. I'm taking responsibility here. This is so glorious. So glorious, because look at the balance that comes into your mind space with Archangel Michael, no longer feeling left out. Let's look at that. 9 of Cups. Oh God, Capricorn, look how peaceful you are now. No more tormenting. No more wondering what to do. The decision has been made here. Oh God, do I love this independence of yours. It just doesn't matter. The externals don't matter anymore. It's all about how you feel. Really coming into an understanding that I don't have to react. I don't have to react. And it changes everything. It changes the whole dynamic when you are not reacting. Tell me about this dream come true, this wish come true in the heart space with all this beautiful transformation. 8 of Cups walking away and the 9 of Swords. Look at that. Sitting right on the Emperor. Just somebody very, very self-absorbed. Just could not see past their nose. Just really, really, no matter how hard you tried to get them to see you, to notice me, to care, the less they did. The more they pulled away, the more you felt rejected, the more you felt just so heartbroken that this was not the person you thought it was. But oh God, Capricorn, was it for purpose? It was. It was. I'm just picturing that narcissist empath kind of journey. If you haven't checked out Lee Harris Energy, he has a class with the narcissist empath journey here. It's absolutely glorious. It gives you so many tools to deal with narcissistic energy here. So yeah, check out Lee Harris Energy and the narcissist empath journey. And my God, will you learn a lot from that. This was all for purpose. This was so hard though. This was very, very difficult. You had to really stand up for yourself and be not afraid. Be not afraid of this bully that was really, really in your face, just really trying to change you, just trying to change you. It never works. It never works. It just causes misery. But you are moving on, moving out with the World card here, Capricorn. You're no longer putting up with this. You have these beautiful, beautiful boundaries. And you created these boundaries with your focus on something else. Maybe that was work. Maybe that was a hobby. Maybe that was an escape of some kind. But it has grown, whatever you were using for distraction has grown into this beautiful new beginning for you. And I want to see what that's about. The Knight of Swords. Wow, look at this. From defeat to defense here. It's just like you really have the sword of truth now. You're standing up for yourself. You're standing up for who you are now. And you're not caring. You're not caring what this energy imposes on you or tries to impose on you. You don't care. You don't care. And when we don't care, we don't care. You were still caring what this person thought. You were still caring that you are not the person they were saying that you were here, that you had grown in a different way here, but you couldn't impress that upon this person who was so certain they knew you, who thought they knew you better than you knew yourself. And you really severed that by standing up for yourself, by saying, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to be me. If you don't accept me as me, then I got to move on. Then I got to move on and experience something else, because I've experienced this for far too long. So you're really, really walking out of that energy of oppression, of suppression here. No longer letting someone put themselves before you, and then you putting them before you because you thought that's what you were supposed to do, because you had this internal calling to be with this person, to stick it out, to help them, to assist them. Because what would they do if you weren't there helping them? You were afraid they would fail. You were afraid they would fall. And then you became the parent in your own life. You took control of that. And you said the only way they're going to learn is if they fall, if they fail on their own. I can't just keep pulling them through life, trying to force them to see the way, to see the light, to see how to change here. So I'm not their teacher any longer. And you just really done, not your teacher. Go learn from someone else. I've done all I could. That's what the rebirth is for you. That's what the understanding is for you. You've done all you could. Let's see where this is leading to you. My God, the Wheel of Fortune and the World here. I've got to take a look at that. I've got to take a look at this big change for you, this massive change for Capricorn. The Tower. Oh my God. Oh my God, your whole life is about to change. You are changing your stars. You are changing your life, taking control, taking the reins back, not letting anyone be the driver of your life any longer. Just really, really taking back the wheel of your life now, the wheel of your destination now, your journey now, your path now. Just, oh my God, leaving scorched earth behind you. Be not afraid, Capricorn. Taking the reins back, taking control back. And it all starts with forgiveness for your part in it, and understanding that it was all for purpose. It was all for purpose. My God, you're just shutting it down. Yeah, Capricorn out. Just mic drop. Mic drop. I'm done. Oh God, do I love this? I love this. You're just dropping the mic and walking out. You don't care what anyone thinks, what anyone says. Just like, yeah, I got to be me. God, do I love this? All right, let's take a look at this big, big change, this removal of the blindfold and you taking the reins back. Oh God, what is that about? What is that about? 5 of Swords. Wow, and the 8 of Swords. Oh my God, you're taking control back. You're walking out, this sense of urgency to get out now. Just run and don't look back. Just no looking back. It's like that explosion. I'm just picturing Bruce Willis just walking forward, the explosions behind him, the chaos behind him, and just no looking back. You're just not looking back. Whatever happens, happens. You're just done with something. You're blowing it up. And moving on, moving out of this cage you've been in, moving out of this oppression, moving out of the darkness. It's just a light switch on. You're done. And it all comes in your meditation, the strength, this power that you needed to step away from the oppression, from the narcissist here, from the detachment. The detachment is just like you bit your tongue. You just pulled it back. I don't care. I can't change the way you think about me, so I'm not going to try anymore. You just severed that cord. It's absolutely beautiful. It's no longer this ball and chain. It's freedom. It's freedom to be you. Oh my God, Capricorn, I'm loving this. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 7-year cycle, moving into something new. There's a distraction, something that's caught your eye. It used to be used as an escape route. Now it's growing into a business. It's growing into a future for you. It's growing into this empire for you. It is your empire. This person cannot take credit for your empire here, for your estate here. Oh, Capricorn, God, do I love this. There is some big, big prosperity coming your way, some big abundance when you sever this cord, when you sever this relationship with the negativity, with the darkness, with how low we can go here. When you sever that, it's sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Blue skies ahead for you, Capricorn. Blue skies ahead, out of the clouds. out of the storm. Good for you. Spirit is your umbrella, protecting you at all times here. Keep going deep with that meditation. Keep traveling. You're doing a lot of traveling in your meditation, a lot of astral projecting to see what could be here. New relationships coming into you and a new feeling of worthiness of these relationships here. So, and you're so beautiful. All right, Capricorn, if you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Again, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. I'm sending you all my love and light, and I will definitely tune in with you soon.